Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Hope you had a happy Easter this weekend. Rays got started with the opener at home on Monday against the Chicago Cubs, Tropicana Field, first time back in a couple of years. Won the game, big game, good game for the Rays. They went 5-5 after their nine-game road trip. Their first game against the Cardinals, they lost, but they won one of those games, and then one against Milwaukee and two against Minnesota. And then they came in and beat the Cubs on opening day at Tropicana Field for the Rays. They lost yesterday, and they're playing about an hour from the shooting of this show, the third game of the Chicago Cubs series. Right now, they're 5 wins and 6 losses after 11 games, second in the AFC East, which is a good start for the Tampa Bay Rays. So that was what has happened this week in Tampa Bay sports overall. It was a good games that they played. They've done some good hitting. They've made quite a lot of little this, that, and the other fumblings errors defensively. But they got Taylor Walls back in the opening game against the Cubs, and maybe we'll straighten that out. They're hitting the ball better than expected. Their starting pitching is pretty good. Their closing pitching is not so well. So this is where we are, 11 games in, and then Game 12 will be tonight. I'll keep you posted on the next show on that. As far as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week is concerned, they re-signed a tackle that they had, Justin School, who was with the Vikings last year, was with us for 4 years, went with Minnesota last year. He's came back to Tampa as a backup, and they also signed Nacho Roaches from the New York Giants, who was with us 4 years. We won the Super Bowl with him in 2000. He went to the Giants. He was there 3 years. He came back as a nose tackle, defensive lineman with Vita Vea. He played with Vita Vea when we won the Super Bowl. So we picked up a couple of players from the past back on our team. The draft will be the end of April. Again, the Bucs have the 15th pick in the first round. Closer to the draft, we'll have a draft show. We'll go over some of the players possibly that they could take, but who knows who they'll take off of that board. We can pray they take an edge rusher, and we can pray they don't trade down, okay, because they don't need to trade down. If anything, they need to trade up. It'll cost them draft picks to do that, so they probably won't do that. But that's about it for the Buccaneers overall this last week. Nothing much happening over there, but they're getting their draft board ready of who they would pick. And basically it's the Rays week because it's opening week for their Tropicana Field and their return back into St. Petersburg from their long 9-game start of the season. In his hockey, we continue to win. We will make the playoffs if it ended today. We're third in the conference. We've got a game tomorrow night at the Benchmark in Tampa. Most of our players are there except Victor Hedman, who had to take a personal leave of absence. He's been gone a couple of weeks. We hope he can get back for the playoffs. But we're doing pretty good in the playoff run with the Lightning, and we'll see how it continues. But as long as we made the playoffs, we're in the game. And that's about all that's going on over in Tampa this week in sports, other than this week is the granddaddy of them all in the PGA Tour, the Masters, one of the big 4 major golf championships of the year, the biggest, in my opinion, of all of golf. Green Jacket in Augusta. The golf tournament starts tomorrow, first round, Thursday, Friday, second round cut, Saturday, and then the winning round on Sunday. So if you're involved in golf or love a good golf game or just love good sport, tune into the Masters, and if you don't like golf, you will by the end of the tournament. Pick you some players, get to watch the game. It's a beautiful course, and it is the granddaddy of all, the Master Golf Tournament. So tune that in. Get yourself some enjoyment over that this week, and the Rays, of course. Watch the Lightning if you can. You won't be able to watch the Bucs because they won't be playing or doing a whole lot of nothing. Now we're going to go to the questions tonight. The first question is from Abby, and Abby wanted to know what I thought about the Rays so far this year. And Abby, I think they're doing real well so far, a lot better than I thought they would. They lost 2 out of the first 3. And then the next series, they lost 2 or 3 of them, but they won 2 games out of 3 against Minnesota. And then they came home to beat the Cubs the opening game on Monday. So they're doing a lot better. They're second in their division. There's 162 games, Abby, as you know, and tonight's only 12, so there's 150 left. So it's a long, long way. But right now, their hitting looks pretty good. Their starting pitching looks pretty good. But their relievers aren't that well, and they are making some defensive errors. But overall, we'll take it. We'll take a 500 run this far and get some of these kinks out and some of our players back. God bless you, and thank you for the question. The next question is from Ralph, and Ralph wanted to know who I thought would be picked by the Bucks in round 1, pick 15. Mesidor, the defensive end from Miami, I would like to see him take. I've heard him say Cassius Howe from Texas A&M, Falk from Auburn, all edge rushers. It's who's going to be there at 15. Ralph, who's going to be there? We don't know who these other teams will pick, or will they trade their pick to another team and they take a player we want to take? I don't know, but that's who I would like to see us take. Mesidor from Miami, Cassius Howe from Texas A&M, or Falk from Auburn. Those are the three that I'm looking at us taking, and just in that order: Mesidor, Howe, or Falk. We just have to see, Ralph, as it gets closer to the. Everybody's got a projected draft, who they're going to take. You can even get a simulator and pick the players yourself, but it really don't matter what we do. It's what them 32 teams do in April in Pittsburgh. We'll keep you posted, Ralph, but that's who I think we ought to take. We ought to take an edge rusher and a linebacker in round 2, and another edge rusher in 3, and another linebacker in 4. We need some defensive players. We've got the offense, I think, Ralph, for the Bucks next year to win. But we got to be able to stop somebody to win, and we're going to need some of those players. Thank you for your question, Ralph, and God bless you. And the next question is from Beverly, and Beverly wanted to know about the called strikes challenges. Well, the AI computer, Beverly, is out there with Major League Baseball now, and you, the batter, the pitcher, or the catcher can tap your head, and if you tap your head, it's an automatic review. And AI will go and get the strike zone, and where that ball comes, it will be within it or out of it. So you get some challenges. It don't take long like in football. They get set around and have to call New York and all this other. Really quick, AI brings up the screen whether the ball got inside there or it didn't. If it didn't, it didn't. If it did, it did. And it's going about really over 50% against the referees making the wrong call. And they make about half of them right, but sometimes it's right close that they've got it just a little bit. But it's really good, this AI-generated umpire. The umpire's still behind the catcher, and he always will be. But that gives you the opportunity as the batter or the catcher or the pitcher to challenge the call. And they make it quick. I mean 15 seconds, it's made. Gone on. Not like all these other sports where when they have to challenge, oh God, it's a long drawn out thing. But thank you for your question. And that's what's going on with the AI in baseball. It's being received pretty well. It's not affecting the game. That it's getting the calls right, and everybody gets an opportunity. But you can't hesitate when you want to do it. You just tap your head, tap your helmet, and it's on. So it's a great little tool, and I think everybody's receiving it real well. God bless you, and thank you for your question. On a little bit of a lighter note, the Tampa Bay Rays will go in with the county commissioners of Tampa and the city council this week on this new stadium out at Hillsborough Community College, and we'll see about them that they're getting prepared to present a financial plan to the city and the county of public money that they can utilize to build the stadium. But they're moving along real well on that stadium, though nothing yet's been official, but it's moving real fast since they've got started here around January when they really got going on and getting moving. And here we are just at the start of April. We're going to have a vote on this in another week or two, which is pretty monumentous in itself. And we'll keep you posted on that stadium over in Hillsborough Community College. That's what the site it will be called, the Hillsborough Community College site, where beside Raymond James, where the Tampa Bay Rays want to build their new stadium. And until next show, keep your hand out to keep those who need help a helping hand. And God bless you. Cowboy out.